What do you guys think? Should we get into moto vlogging as well? You need models like this, which is the E53 AMG. 420 horsepower. Nice. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Horsepower Cartel. Today is Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going to go on our first Sunday drive in a very special car. Yeah, first drive of the year. Let's go. Got Ruel with a very special pull-up today. So it's my first time seeing Ruel since last year, and I'm proud of this guy for achieving a goal we all set out to achieve, is getting one of your favorite bikes that he wanted to get. He manifested it all year and he finally got it. So here's Ruel's 2021. Could have been 2022, but he didn't want to wait. But yeah, waited enough. 2021/2022 pull up his brand new X-Pulse 200 4-valve. And yeah, Ruel, you know what to do. Actually, should I take the B-roll this time? Okay, damn, okay, fine. So, well, why don't you cut to a little B-roll of a little new toy. Alright, so now, Ruel's giving me the itch of buying a bike. What do you guys think? Should we get into moto vlogging as well?
Bike life.
Bike life? There was a time I used to own like 3-4 bikes, minimum 2 bikes, and now I'm back to no bikes.
Well, R1 and Hayabusa. And the Harley.
Hayabusa, a couple of Harleys.
Ducati also.
83, I mean, Ninja 650, Ducati 899, a lot of bikes. I mean, just.
But no sports bikes for in Bombay at least, doesn't make sense.
Sports bikes, so.
ADV.
Let's try this out. Obviously, I'm a big guy, so I'm gonna need to get a leader class at least. But no, you know what? These new bikes are fine. I'm okay with this. It's that I like the power, you know. Well, Ruel's more of an economical guy. He's just raving about his 50. What is it? 50 liter.
Like
50
kilometer per
liter average.
Yeah, I needed to go far away.
I'm gonna go test this out. See what the great thing is. I'll give you my review real quick. Oh, easy to sit on. That's what she said. I like the fact that he's got the little...
Yeah, my friend's mom gave it to me.
Nice, you need all of that, bro. I think you should get the Nimbu and stuff as well. Oh, okay. Everything's warmed up.
Yeah.
Sounds like a KTM. Has ABS?
Yeah.
Wow, gear's really smooth. Really easy. Nice clutch. Whoa! What? Okay. Yeah.
It's 21s on the front.
That's top?
Yeah, 21s on the front.
Wow. Wow. You were completely right about the whole going over speed bumps and not moving.
Yeah.
That was so fun. It's like, honestly, it's like a Tiger. Or like one of those, you know, what?
Africa Twin.
That's Africa Twin. Yeah, it's like one of those big bikes, but it's so agile and nimble, you don't feel the weight. It's like you're riding a...
Yeah, it's like...
I would say this is like the RX 135 of like the big boys.
200cc boy.
Yeah. So it is Sunday. We're heading out for a drive, so let's go. What the hell is this? We're about to be kidnapped or something? Whoa, what the hell? Okay, let's get out of here or something. So Ruel, what do you think about the E53?
Looks real nice.
Like, one thing I didn't like, the suspension's very stiff. Now, that could be a lot of air in the tires, which I'm going to go check right now. Or, yeah. Lighting's still up, as you know. Happy New Year's. Thanks for 50,000 subscribers this year, guys. Everyone's love and support. Thanks to Ruel for sticking with me. But this year we're aiming for 100,000
minimum.
Last year we're aiming for 100,000, but we realistically were aiming for 50,000. This year we're aiming for, you know.
So then let's aim for 200,000.
Yeah, we're gonna aim for 200,000, and realistically we know that hopefully we're gonna hit 100,000. You know, with the things everything's going, I think we should be able to hit 100,000. Keep helping us grow and keep supporting us, and we'll hit that goal soon. Early Sunday morning in a very special car. I don't agree with this model, but I guess I've come to a realization that you need models like this to help the car culture grow. And it's sad that manufacturers realize this. I mean, they do this, you know, abroad where they have these models, but in India, manufacturers realize this very, very late than they should have, because now everything's going EV and everything's about saving the environment and putting out less emissions. And anyways, where I'm getting to it is, you need models like this, which is the E53 AMG. You need models like this to bridge the gap between non-car enthusiasts and car enthusiasts. Now, Ruel, you and me always speak about, you know, Ruel's, believe it or not, been in the scene since 2013. I mean, like, he knows, that's when we first met.
Yeah.
He knows about the car scene. He knows car stuff since 2013, you know. And one thing you and me always talk about is how in the last maybe 4 to 5 years, the amount of car enthusiasts has grown.
Yeah,
do you notice that?
Yeah.
I mean, every other person is driving a nice car now, whether it's a MG or, you know, a car enthusiast doesn't really mean that you own a performance car. It could be anything. You can own a bus. You know, as long as you're enthusiastic about it, you're a car enthusiast.
Yeah, even like those i20 and lines and stuff.
Exactly, and this, you know, like I said, manufacturers are starting to realize this, but it's a little too late to the show. I mean, India is still 15, 20 years behind when it comes to a lot of things, you know. We're catching up on the West, but they're doing it very slow, and they do it very late.
Especially Mercedes in that matter.
Yeah, Mercedes
releasing so many new cars.
Then we have BMW. Audi is kind of late picking it up. BMW still gives you the M Sport, and they have the M340i, the M530i, called the 530i, M530i, but the 530i M Sport. And anyways, they have these trim lines, you know, to bridge the gap. Like I said, bridge the gap between non-car guys and car guys. And that's great because it's helping the community grow, especially with the kids growing up. They need something else to do besides drugs and other bad things. And you know, cars really help me stay out of trouble as well. You know, like legally wise, I wasn't doing the best things as a kid. You know, I was out street racing while kids were out doing parties and, you know, whatever. But, you know, it helped me stay out of the bad stuff. But it did get me into trouble, like, you know, street racing stuff. But anyways, let's get into it. This is the E53 AMG. It's got an inline 6. Wow, I really got deep with that conversation.
4-minute conversation.
Oh my god. Anyways, inline 6. Mercedes is new inline 6 3-liter twin turbo, 420 horsepower. Nice. And actually 441 horsepower. I lied, because it's got an extra EQ Boost battery. You know, the EQ Boost.
Yeah.
It's got an extra battery that gives it another 21 horsepower.
Nice.
And another 250 newton meters of torque. So this car originally has 420 horsepower, 520 newton meters of torque, but then, you know, brings out those numbers by 21 more horsepower and 250 Nm of torque. So this engine is not an AMG hand-built engine. This engine is used in various other cars, like the S-Class has it, the petrol variant. You get this in the GLE 450 as well, the one that GLE 400, I'm sorry, whichever one it is, the one Jay has.
Oh, 450.
The 450, yeah, the GLE 450. And yeah, so I mean, this is not a AMG engine, hand built. But one thing Mercedes did do is made this as much AMG as they could. Like that's what they've been doing lately. Like I said, they're trying to bridge the non-car enthusiasts to the car enthusiasts. So a lot of non-car enthusiasts probably get intimidated looking at an E63. They must be like, oh my god, V8, oh, I'm scared, I can't handle all that power. Plus it's going to be horrible on the fuel consumption. Us being Indians think that way. So this is actually not that bad. I can tell you that it's way better than my M3. Obviously the M3 is a V8, and this thing's not that bad when it comes to fuel consumption. I probably just put like 250 kilometers on this car, and we're just at like little over half tank. So this is pretty good when it comes to fuel consumption. One thing I do realize, I don't know if this is because it has too much air in the tires, I have to get that checked, but the suspension is pretty stiff. The interior wise, it's got the MBUX. It's got basically
all the good stuff.
All the good stuff you would get in the E220D or the E350D, which is also available in the AMG line. This is in a short wheelbase, just like the E63. And when you park this side by side, you really wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Now this comes with 19-inch wheels, where the AMG is available with 20s and 21s, and that you could set apart the difference when it comes to the wheels. And obviously the 63 has bigger brakes. I love these wheels though, these 19-inch wheels. It's got this aero disc type of design, and it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, let's jump into the features. It's got the regular MBUX, real easy to use, kind of laggy, but then again, this is a test drive car, so I can't really complain. That's another thing I gotta complain about test drive cars. Shout out to Mercedes India, but honestly, this car feels used and abused by the time Horsepower Cartel gets it. Like I can already hear the brake squealing, so, and the tires are pretty worn out, but what can you do? We're just a small channel on YouTube. We get everything later. Now this has that inline 6, and it has a 9-speed dual clutch gearbox. One thing I did like about this car is the engine and the gearbox. The engine's actually pretty cool, pretty punchy, and it just wants to rev. It revs, normally up to like a normal inline 6 would, up to 6,500, up to 7. Ooh, that's this comfort mode. Let's throw it in race. Now, since this is not a real AMG, it does not have a race mode. It has only Sport Plus, which is the maximum mode you can do. It has dampening suspension. You feel it stiffen up, right? Compared to before. But this engine is very punchy. The revs want to stay high. I really like that. And that EQ boost really helps out with getting rid of the lag when driving around normally. So that really helps it out. It's 9G-tronic dual clutch gearbox. It's very nice. You can see the kickdown. You hear the shifts. Little pops here and there. Got a little GLE 43 over here. Nice pops. This thing with an exhaust will really open up. Maybe some downpipes in the tune as well. This thing's probably going to be a monster. But, that V8 engine of it from the E63S is another ball game. But this is pretty good for what it is. I mean, for the price range, I think it's about road 2 lakhs ex showroom, I think. And it'll be about 120 on road, so in Mumbai at least, which isn't bad. Under 130, you're getting a car, somewhat of an AMG with nice power. Over 400 horsepower. I try to get this car sideways. It doesn't want to do it. It just wants to grip and go. This car really reminds me of an Audi. The way it handles. There's some body roll. There's some body roll. The way the all-wheel drive is really reminds me, and the way it stays planted really reminds me of like a Quattro. So it's like very similar to like a RS5 or something. S6, S6. It's perfect. This is like the S6 for Mercedes. So right now we're on our way to meet up with the boys for the Sunday drive. It's gonna be fun in the E53, tearing up the city, and I'm really looking forward to breakfast as well. I'm gonna get something different than the Eggs Benedict today. I know I am. I want to try something else. Beautiful weather. I really wish I was driving the Evo. I haven't driven the Evo in a while, man. Seriously, it's crazy how long it's been since I've driven the Evo. But even the M3. Actually, no, I drove the M3 once before last year, but the Evo I did last year, right? I haven't driven my M3 since last year. And yeah. Oh my God, I forgot. One thing you do gotta do, like I mentioned, is go in this settings. Ah, shit. Go in the settings, assistance, and turn off active brake assist. Now everyone's like, oh, there's profiles in this. You know, you can set up your own profiles in this in the car, you know, obviously, and you have it set to your key. But I have a profile set up, and I have to keep going and turning off the brake assist. It's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. I have to do it every time. It's really unsafe for this city because, you know, there's no lane discipline in our city. So this car does 0 to 100 claimed 4.5 seconds. I think it could be a little quicker because we hit some numbers pretty nicely. I really like this feature they got. It's called the AMG Track Pace, and we're about to enter Mexico track. Hit that, and then you can go up to drag race. I love this feature. You just click drag race, and yeah, hit play when you want to start measurement. Alright guys, so check it out. We just got out of Mexico, and some amazing times. This thing has a draggy built in. Check it out. So we did 0 to 100 in 4.8 seconds, which is crazy considering the fact we have an extra passenger and me. You know, that's like almost 2.5 people. So 4.8 seconds. They claim 4.5. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy numbers. 0 to 200 in 17.6, but then I had to, like, you know, improvise while I was driving. But 0 to 150 in 9.8. That means this is probably running a high 11, low 12 quarter mile bone stock. Let's see what it does quarter mile. Oh, okay, never mind. No quarter mile available. That sucks. One cool feature these AMGs have is that, you know, you got this track mode. You can go and search for tracks on here. How cool is that? Like, I'll type in the Nürburgring. Okay, doesn't want to show up, but let's type in. Nürburgring GP. Let's see. No recordings available, but you can actually record your time on this. It even tells you how long the track is, 5.1 kilometers, which is pretty cool. You start your timing as well. And I guess the track shows up to what track it is. You have the telemetry, which is cool because you got your G-force meter, I guess. So this is what we're interested in. And this is pretty cool. So we're going to set it on quarter mile now. Sick. All right, let's go. Sucks is that you can't record both. So if you're doing quarter mile, you can't record your acceleration. You can't see your 0 to 100 or, you know, whatever, 0 to 200. But you have to individually go and do testing in each before you get those numbers. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if you could just, you know, get both of it. But when you go to quarter mile, it strictly gives you. The first one's actually quicker, 13.35. I gotta remember, me and Ruel in here, that's extra weight. You know, Ruel, you're at least 100 kilos, right?
Yeah, 93.
93. So that's a lot of, and obviously me in there too as well. So the extra weight doesn't help, but I think this would be at least a mid 12-second car. You know, I take that back. It feels quick, which is a good thing. It feels as quick as you know, like a low 12-second car. It possibly is. Like I said, under the right conditions, it probably is. But right now, it's just doing low 13s. But 0 to 100 numbers, 4.8, pretty respective with the extra weight in the car. Alright, so guys, we have the E53 AMG here. Beautiful car, Mercedes. Great job designing it and really giving it, you know, a nice facelift. Now, E-classes are known to have the double slotted headlights, which the 213 didn't carry over, but they still implemented it to make sure you guys know that it's an E-class. So, you see these little two things over here? That's to signify it's an E-class. So LED headlights, it's got the eyebrows, it's the daytime running lights. One thing you'll notice is the Pan America grille. Everything is taken over from the E63S. The hood got the power domes. Even though it's a smaller engine, it's an inline 6 3-liter compared to the E63S, which comes with a 4-liter V8, but still looks cool, gives it an aggressive design. Like I said, Mercedes didn't compromise with the E53, even though it's not a real AMG when it came to design, which is pretty cool. The wheels, obviously, you could signify whether it's a 63 or 53, but I really love these Aero disc type of wheels. I think more manufacturers should take notes on it. As you can see, the front end really aggressive. Now these vents in the front on the bumper here, come over here, check this out. It might not look functional, but there's actually a slot over here to bring in cold air for the brakes, obviously, and some kind of aerodynamics as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Obviously over here we got a little AMG badge over here as well. Little cute AMG badge to let everyone know it's not a regular E-Class. So over here on the side we got the turbo badge, or should I say Urbo 4MATIC. Doesn't have drift mode, so I don't really think it's a 4MATIC Plus, but whatever. Turbo 4MATIC, obviously being an inline 6 twin turbo. This is not a long wheelbase like I mentioned, all AMGs, and this one especially, the 53, even though it's not an AMG, it's still short wheelbase. The tips are real. The tips are real. It's got a cool diffuser at the back. These taillights, I love the facelift, man. What do you think, Ruel?
Yeah, I love it.
So beautiful. These taillights from the back. You can definitely tell the difference between the E-Class and the C-Class now. And probably the S-Class as well. Pretty different.
Yeah, a little bit.
E53 badge, AMG badge, obviously. Lots of chrome treatment here and there on the tips. Over here, as you can see, little spoiler. Let's open the trunk for you guys. Spare tire. Comes with a spare tire. How cool is that? But it takes up a lot of space. It is not an automatic closing trunk, so you gotta close it manually, obviously. Black roof, because it does have a full panoramic sunroof, which is pretty cool. The glass on the back doesn't open for the rear passengers, but the front one opens up. It's pretty cool. Now, Ruel, let's go ahead and start this up. Pretty sober start. Now, let's go ahead and hit it with the emotional start. So you gotta hold up the pedal and hit the start button. Woo! Night and day difference, right? Let's go. As you can see, red seatbelts. I think this is not an option. I think this is standard on it. Pretty cool. Red stitching all around and a little bit of piano black treatment around the AC vents. Love the AC vents. There's so many of them to keep you cold. You know, it's got this knob over here to open and close it. It's pretty cool. Brushed aluminum trim everywhere. Burmester surround sound, bumps, so good. Not bad. And a lot of piano black over here as well. I like the piano black, but it tends to get scratched up over time, as you can see. But they do make, like, you could probably get a ceramic coated or put some kind of PPF on it. But other than that, pretty cool interior. Like I said, leather dashboard. Got the red stitching, looks pretty cool. Yeah, interior on this is pretty cool. MBUX, I don't want to go through it because obviously it's the same thing in every Mercedes. Obviously different trim lines and models have their features. Like this, you saw it has a freaking draggy built in, so you can measure your quarter mile and 0 to 60 and all that good stuff, 0 to 100, 0 to 200. But yeah, legroom is pretty ample back there as well. My friend sat in the back. No one complained about, you know, moving the seat ahead or anything. And I sit pretty much. I sit in the back. So right now we're just pulling up to the Sunday drive. Have you seen this area during nighttime, Ruel?
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful with so much traffic. Even sealing has been awesome. By the way, our boy Rahul, Rahul from Bangalore, who has the GLC 43, you might have seen him in the vlogs when you go to Bangalore, you know, Cartel fam. He's actually, he owns DNA Network India. So, they actually partnered up with Mr. You know, Aditya Thackeray, and they've done the beautification of the ceiling. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, shout out to Rahul. Yeah, we're here for a Sunday drive. RS5 pulled up. My boy, I'm gonna know RS5 pulled up so far. So we're about to head out on our journey to Bombay Coffee House. Shout out to my friend Imran Bhai. He just got the Porsche Cayman GTS, amazing car that naturally aspirated 6 cylinders, just amazing. Sounds great, good suspension, nice wheel setup, nice kit. Car looks really nice. You can hear it rev it up, it sounds so good. And he's gonna go ahead and get an exhaust on it, so it's gonna be even more insane once it's done. So yeah, let's skip to a little B-roll till Bombay Coffee House. So this car used to have a really loud anti-lag two-step, and it was so loud, Ruel.
Oh my god.
It was so loud, way louder than this. It was literally like gunshots, like, oh my god, I don't know how to explain it, but it was loud. They got rid of it. One thing I must mention is this steering wheel is nice, and I know a lot of people prefer the thicker steering wheels, but I find out a hard time if you're gripping on, like if you have your hand position at 9 and 3, like you're supposed to. I find it kind of hard. It's like you have to make an effort to hit the paddles. Obviously, all that can be fixed with paddle extensions, but I just figured for stock paddle shifters, it's kind of hard. But yeah, pretty cool car. Even though it has air suspension, I guess the air suspension really kills the handling of it. But I think this could handle slightly better. But then again, it's the E-Class. It's not meant to, like, you know, do crazy lap times. But yeah, so we're about to pull up to Bombay Coffee House and get some everything but eggs Benedict today. I'm gonna switch it up. But I don't know, I still might end up getting it. I don't see anything I like.
People's choice.
People's choice. I'd put everyone on.
Horsepower Cartel's choice.
Definitely. They should just rename it to Horsepower Cartel Benedict or Eggs Horsepower Cartel. Because I'd put everyone on. He told me no one needs to even eat it until you came in.
That's the most selling thing.
It's the highest selling. It's so high selling that they've run out of the croissant that it comes in.
Oh yeah, that happened once.
So yeah. So yeah guys, that concludes our review for the E53 AMG. Let us know what you thought about the car in the comment below. Once again, shout out to Mercedes India for always hooking it up, especially the AMG Performance Center in Mumbai. They also support us, so make sure you hit up the Throttle Store and get your merch. Anti-Car Club Car Club. They're running a sale, I think. Well, I think it's already over, but you guys should definitely hit them up and get the cool new t-shirts, put the link below. Rolls probably posted a picture of it right after this video, so check it out, guys. Go ahead and smash that like button. It helps us a lot. Go ahead and comment as well. Comment what you think about the E53. Comment what you want to see next on the channel. I'm thinking about doing some new things to the Evo as well, so stay tuned for that. Go ahead and like, subscribe, like I said, and share. Go ahead and pick up the merch, Anti-Car Club, and see you guys soon.